It's very important for our company to save time and money on removal of material. One being the factor of explaining to the customer and justifying why it's so expensive to remove their old graphics. They understand the new graphics and the installation, but the removal is where it's hard for them to understand why it's so expensive. So if a removal could be easier and faster for us, we could also lower the cost. Everybody's happy.
Arlon's SLX Cast Wrap is the easiest to install in the industry, and when you're ready to remove your wrap, it'll provide clean removability that will save you time and money. We brought in an independent installer to compare the removal of SLX Cast Wrap with Series 3270 Overlaminate off of one half of the vehicle, with a leading competitor's vinyl off the other half. We wanted to better understand what the installer would experience with both brands and what impact an easy and clean removing film would have.
So when I was removing the film, I started off cold, and then I noticed that it was becoming very aggressive. So I did have to use some heat to apply to it. The main reason you use heat is to avoid the vinyl tearing into pieces, or second, leaving too much adhesive left behind, or even the danger of peeling back some paint. Applying heat to the film definitely is a time-consuming factor. It's another step you gotta do. Every minute counts. So I started applying heat, and it started removing, but it did leave some adhesive behind. Well, now you made yourself more work trying to clean up all that adhesive afterwards. So when I started with the removal of this film, I noticed that it just kept coming off cold, and I didn't have to apply any heat to it. And I noticed it wasn't leaving adhesive, so I just continued removing it cold. It came off really easy and fast. Very minimal heat was required. I believe it was in the areas where it was originally post-heated when it was installed that it needed heat, which is normal. But other than that, a good 90% of it came off cold, no heat, clean removal, no adhesive left behind. So it made the removal really fast and easy. So I worked on 2 films today, and my experience was with SLX Cast Wrap vinyl that is, I didn't really require heat to remove it, which I was really impressed because it made the removal a lot quicker, easier, and I had no cleanup to do afterwards. Sometimes the removals could be easy, or sometimes they could be a nightmare. Vinyl could break into pieces, causing a lot of time and labor to removing it. So the faster we could get it in and out to them, they're happy. The faster we could get it in and out, obviously we could bring in the next customer in and get started on the next customer. So that's gonna save us money, make us money at the same time. So it's very important for something to be clean and easy removable.